And we have a very special guest with us right now. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan is with us on this incredibly exciting day for the city. How are you feeling, Mayor?
As mayor, a lot of the days are grinding things out, get the grass cut, get the buses running. There's a handful of special days when you just say, it's really special to be the mayor of this city. Yeah. And tonight is going to be a night we always remember.
You're having a lot of those days lately.
It has been remarkable. And I was with Barry Sanders to announce the second pick of the Lions in the NFL draft. Now we'll get a chance to see him back here today with all these great performers. And it's going to be another special night that's going to be seen around the country.
Yeah, obviously you're someone who believes in this city and you support this city being recognized as one of the most premier ones in the country. How does it feel for you that Detroit is finally getting the recognition that it deserves?
I grew up here. I remember when the train station was open, and it was the gateway when visitors came to see you and to see what's happened in the last 10 years, particularly for the Detroiters who never left, who hung in there, to be able to witness this kind of recovery is it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, we've talked to so many people who remember being here as kids, whose grandparents went off to war or came home here, whose families moved here, immigrated here, and this was the welcome mat to Detroit. It's also been a symbol of decline. What does it mean to you for everything to be turning on its head and for it to just kind of be the phoenix rising from the ashes?
Well, from my first month in office in 2014, I was determined this train station was going to be renovated. We were not going to knock it down. Yeah. And it was a long grind, but when Bill Ford decided he was going to make this the center of the design of Ford's autonomous and electric vehicles, and then took a whole campus here. It's not just the train station, but New Lab next door has got 100 startups in it. This has just been phenomenal.
What would you say this says about the Motor City as a whole and the fact that there's so many different things that are coming back to life, finding new life, and also just changing the way people view Detroit?
Well, we're sitting here in Roosevelt Park, which when all the stands aren't here, is now the most photographed location in the city. You see wedding parties out at Roosevelt Park in front of the train station getting their pictures on the way to the reception. It is a different Detroit than people remember. But you're right. It's been a lot of major events. We went from the Grand Prix, before that the NFL Draft. This next week we are going to break ground on the new Convention Hotel and the new Michigan State Research Center coming into Detroit. And so it's a special time.
Cause for celebration if there ever has been one, and that's exactly what's going to be happening here tonight. Star-studded show. We know you'll be up on stage at some point. What are you looking forward to, and what does it mean to you to have so many huge stars, Detroit natives, here to celebrate?
Well, Eminem, of course, is producing it, and everybody knows his commitment to the city. Jack White, to be up here, he not only came out of here, but he's got businesses here.
Right.
Diana Ross, she still has family over in the Russell Woods neighborhood. This is going to be a Detroit celebration.
Yeah, a celebration indeed. Anything you want to say to viewers who haven't come here to see this for themselves?
Yeah, it's what I say to everybody, why the NFL Draft was so important. You can't explain to people what's happening. You've got to come here. But for 3 days, I stood with visitors from around Michigan and around the country saying, I never knew Detroit was so beautiful. I never knew so many things were happening. And I think everybody tonight will see the beauty of this city.
Yeah, I think everyone in Detroit, people around the nation, are just in awe of what's happening right here. Mayor, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate your time.